Hi, everyone. Welcome to Easy Tarot Lessons. We're looking at another card meaning today, and I have Sharon and Mandy and the Three of Coins. Hi, Three of Coins.
Hi. I feel like we are the Three of Coins.
We
Yeah,
are.
it does feel that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, Sally is our leader today. That's
Yay! Woo! Welcome to the party.
They wanted to know your name too, dear.
Oh, gosh, no. So who has something for our Three of Coins? Sharon, what do you have for us on this one?
Okay, I'm going to tell y'all what I learned about him before I came to this school, and it still applies in some degree, but not all the time. Um, the traditional meaning that I learned for him, and this is one of the very few traditional meanings that has stuck in my head and will not go away, is mastery
Mm-hmm.
of one's profession or hobby, which is odd because it's still in the beginning stages. It's just a three. And let me point out that numerology only counts if it jumps out at you. Do not try to force it into every card.
Right.
Yeah. But it always struck me as odd. But you see the work he's done, the attention to detail that he's given. So that one always stuck out at me. And he's standing up above the others,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so he knows what he's doing, and he's really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
But in group once, somebody said the two people interrupting him had had blueprints, and they were saying, hey, this is a church. Don't you know Pentacles don't belong in here? Did you look at the blueprints?
Right?
So it could be somebody correcting his mistake or interrupting him,
Mm-hmm.
or just interaction, trying to make it better together. It could mean all of those things.
Right.
Mm.
Excellent. I agree with all of that.
Yeah, I do as well.
Mandy, what do you have on this one?
Well, there is the interrupting thing, isn't
Mm-hmm.
there? So depending on the situation, he might be, um, bothered that he's being interrupted and he just wants to get on with his job.
He may just hit him with that hammer thing.
Excuse
Yeah.
me, could you show us where the bathroom is on this map?
Right? Right.
I mean, there may be something in the fact that he is elevated, that he is above them. So it might be that they are going to him for, advice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could be going to him, giving him orders, like saying, this is what we want or whatever. But on the other hand, they could be going to him for his expert advice. He might even be a teacher teaching them how to
Right.
do it
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
because he is in that elevated position. I mean, it could be any of these things. I do see it as teamwork rather than kind of, some of the other cards that are more like sort of somebody on their own, like working, self-employed or whatever. It does seem to be a group work
Mm-hmm.
situation that may sometimes apply.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've heard myself say on occasion, if this card comes up reverse, I don't think you should work with a group of people.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see that. Sure.
Yeah.
Does not work well with others.
Right.
Or that
Yeah, no,
particular
yeah,
group.
yeah. You would be better off sort of working on your own, or not having anyone in charge of you as such. But you know, um, gosh, what else?
Oh, I have seen it as I had this one boss, and he was always looking over my shoulder. And did you mean to put that there? Or don't you
Right.
think this would look better over here? Or just
Mm-hmm.
constantly. He had been a produce manager too, so he thought he had to run my produce department. He just drove me nuts. He drove me nuts. It was micromanagement. And then I learned this song that would
Right.
chase him around away every time he would run. I'd open my mouth to sing the song, and he would leave me alone, and I was a happy
Nice.
camper.
Nice. So I've been sitting here trying to make up a story for this. It just, new things I hadn't thought of. And so I see this guy who's standing on the bench, and he's actually carving graffiti into the walls because these people are kind of in a subway. Like I'm thinking like the metro in Paris or something like that. And they're trying to find the stop for the Notre Dame cathedral, Notre Dame, and they're asking for directions, and that got me lost in a maze under the ground, which then turned into an escape room. So they're all trying to work together to get out of this escape room. So my brain was going all over the place as you guys were talking.
Wow.
Too funny.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh.
Yeah, that monk does look a little startled, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
I suppose he does, because it is the two people, they do look sort of religious. So it does look like as though he is an outside sort of person that's been brought in to do some sort of repair or work. It does look like it's their place, doesn't it, in a way?
Yeah.
Definitely the guy with like the tonsure. He's definitely a monk. This other outfit, I just can't quite get my head around. I'm not exactly sure what that is.
Mm.
Um, it's a cape. It's over the head, but it also looks like it has a tail, like my kids would wear it skiing or something. I mean, it's crazy stuff.
Maybe she's
So
supposed to be a nun?
yeah, maybe, or a wealthy patron who's
Right.
donated to
Yeah.
this, and you know,
Oh, he could be an independent contractor.
sure.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's kind of how I sort of sometimes see it. It
Yeah.
really depends what you're looking for. You know, like what you need to answer
Hmm.
from that card,
Hmm.
as always.
One of my favorite stories that Dusty tells is how the cross hatching, it's a
Hmm.
history of the actual coloration of the cards. And
Hmm.
when they first started printing the cards, they used cross hatching for
Right.
coloring. And it's like lines of
Hmm.
color divided by lines of color. And
Hmm.
as time progressed over the years, they went from cross hatching to dots. But whoever did the new printing left his stockings as cross
Hmm.
hatched, so it looked like he was wearing fishnet
Yep.
stockings.
Yep.
So there are
On
some
stage for Rocky
people.
Horror.
Yes, yes, there are some
Yeah.
people who see this as a transvestite card
Hmm.
because of the cross hatching.
Sure.
I love that story.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
I can get down with that.
Little things. And even though it was a printing mistake, it's still relevant. It's still there. It's
Absolutely.
there in the card.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The art changes the meaning.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
I mean, there could even be something in the fact that the colours of the card, you know, the building's very like just grey and black,
Hmm.
and so is the monk, but he's got this bright yellow apron on,
Hmm.
you know, and she's like this orange dotty thing. So it's like there could be something in that. It's a bit like, you know, the Wizard of Oz, where it goes from black and white into colour,
Oh,
or
Right.
yeah. It could be. And that's the beauty of it. If that's what strikes you when you're reading, you know, right now we're like, could be something. But if it strikes you with an answer while you're reading,
yeah,
that's it. That's
Hmm.
it. Long as we're not trying to force everything we've ever heard into one reading, we'd be there for 112
Right.
days.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah. But everything at some point has a meaning. And it's easier to get to that meaning instead of being stopped by and going, ugh, if you really play with your cards and get to know them. Know
Mhm.
every little thing on that card. And I'm telling you, we've been playing together for years and we still see something we've never seen before.
Very true.
yeah.
It's just it's a never ending quest for knowledge. It's beautiful.
Nicely said. Anybody have anything else for this card?
Not at the
Uh,
moment.
I think, I mean, you guys just added all kinds of new layers to this card for me, and I hope for everyone else. And what we said here today, it's not definitive, it's not locked in stone, it's not the extent of this card. There's so much more. So just get in and play because you're going to find new things each time you do.
Hmm.
Well, I want to thank everyone for being here today.
Thank you for
thank
having
you.
us.
Yeah, I look forward to the next time. Take care,
Yeah.
everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.